with this red-green Dino decks. No changes from last league. I still think the deck's pretty well positioned at the moment. I think it's good versus GPG. I like it versus the blue-black deck. I think it's reasonable versus Sultai Snake, though it's not a landslide. And I just think it's better than the other mid-range green decks. Like, I think it's faster than like the monster decks and stuff like that. It has some weaker matches. It's like not good versus the white mass removal decks. It is not good versus the red deck win decks, which is why we're overloading in sideboard slots. But overall, it feels pretty good. This is still just the 8-0 list from the Almost CS. I've tried a few things to try to make it better. For example, we've cut Merfolk Branchwalkers one time, and we added some Drovers. I saw some guy trying Huntmaster, but like, all of those cards just fell flat versus me when I started getting paired versus the GPG decks and all the mono red decks that have been popular since the last Grand Prix, because people were just like using, you know, one part of a Walking Ballista or one part of a Fanatical Firebrand on them. And then after they would do that, I would just be short mana the entire game, whereas the Branchwalker can either find us land or help us get to land. I don't think it's that bad versus blue-black control. Like, it's obviously not an ideal match, but between the Lifecasters, Bestiaries, the Chandras, and the Carnage Tyrants out of the sideboard, I think it's a serviceable match. Like, it's not a match that I'm excited to get paired versus, but I don't think it's like a landslide match. I think it's like a 60-40 match. Our main deck's not very good versus it. Cards like Galta and Heart of Kirin aren't particularly good versus blue-black, but I do think our sideboard plans are reasonable enough. And having access to 3 Brontodons really helps versus Gearhulks. We got 2 Brontodons and 4 Abrades in the main deck. So, like, it's obviously not good. This like deck's fairly weak to Essence Scatter, but it's not like one of those landslide matches that you absolutely are afraid to ever play versus. It's just one of those matches you'd prefer not to play versus, but when you get paired versus it, you're like, maybe, who knows. That's my opinion. I've only played the matchup once, so grain of salt. This is only the 4th league with the deck, so very large grain of salt. Alright, this hand seems kind of miserable. This card doesn't really do anything unless we draw multiple morphings. We have 2 kind of medium removal spells. I'm going to keep it. Our hand's really powerful, and I don't know if we get 6s this powerful. We could just get buried by a fast deck before we ever get to start playing our spells. But like anything marginally slower, I think we're going to have a good chance versus here. And this is a fast deck, so like I said, we're probably just going to get buried by this deck like this. And this is one of the matches that I was saying before we started the league that's like a pretty tough out for us to begin with. We'll have to see whether he's like the mono-red all-in or he's like the red-black mid-range, but or not mid-range, like it's an aggro deck that's kind of mid-range, but either way, not too excited to get paired versus either of them. Yeah, Land of War Elf would be hot. It would be very, very hot. That is gonna. Okay, so they are the black, but are they the black with the Phoenixes and the Glory Bringers, or do they just have Scrap Heap Scrounger? Only time will tell. Our hand's very bad against this match right now. Yeah, well, we drew our lands, so we have a fighting chance. If he doesn't add anything too good to the board this turn and we dodge a Hazoret, this is the type of hand that we can steal a game with. Alright, well, he added something very good to the board. So this is not the type of game that we're going to steal a Hazoret with. I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill this. It's going to be very hard for us just to beat what's on the table. Like, we will never beat an Unlicensed Disintegration here. We'll never beat a Chandra here. We'll never beat a Hazoret here. There's lots of things we're not going to beat. So it has 4 cards in his hand too. There's a tailor-made that went to my high school. I'm positive it's not the same guy though, is it? Couldn't be. Just gonna pump this up maybe? That's something that's beatable. No, it's just a Chandra. Yeah, that's not beatable at all. Rip. A boom shakalaka. Well, he can trade his board to keep his Chandra alive. I don't know if that's worth it. Even if he doesn't, we take like 1,000,000 damage. But I feel like we have to try to get the Chandra off the table. He could like double block this and block this, but... Oh wow, if he's doing all of that... What makes that play other than Glorybringer? Nothing? Does nothing make that play besides Glorybringer? We can beat just a Glorybringer. Maybe Hazard would make that play. Pia. I don't think Pia makes that play. Yeah. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Pia's just pinging me for 2. I don't think it makes that play. It was, in fact, Hazard, so... Don't think we've got very many outs to win here. Alright. That can gain 2 life. And it can crew. That's a start, right? You take the other Regisaur Alpha. So we can take the Alpha here. It is, but it dies unlicensed disintegration still. I guess it doesn't die unlicensed disintegration because I'd have the Heart of Kirin too. I wonder if it's ever right to keep the other Death Gorge Scavenger. How many creatures are in graveyards? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's probably not right to kill the other Scavenger. It's probably not right to keep the other Scavenger then, is it? More kill Chandra, more Scavenger, not with 2. Yeah, that's confusing. I have no idea what you're saying. I think I'm gonna keep this one. I don't know, maybe this one's better to keep. I'm gonna keep this one. If he's got a Shocker and a Braid, this is the worst play that I can make here, but... It's worth it overall. And whatever it is, I can press F6. No, I can't press F6. I gotta play my hashtag Oasis. I don't want to swing both. If I swing both, I just die to Hazoret. Hazoret does 7 damage to me, and that's enough to basically kill me. It'd put me at 1 and he'd be untapping. And I guess I have the other Death Gorge Scavenger, but I'd rather prevent 5 full damage here. Oh, is that a good draw for opponent? It's one of the reasons I'd rather prevent 5 full damage. I guess I should have took the Regisaur. Guess I should have took Rigi. Fought long and I fought wrong. So now I just have to draw another 3-drop creature? That's not a 3-drop creature, so I'm dead. If I'd drawn Rigi, I would still be at 1, I guess, and I'd be able to kill this. Oh well. I don't know if I made all the right decisions that game. Hate Heart of Kirin in this match. That game kind of just like gave the shining example of why I think Heart of Kirin is so trash in this deck. Versus aggro decks. Like, we were still alive, we just couldn't win anymore. Because we couldn't kill the Chandra anymore. We couldn't attack, we were just chump blocking. Then the Chandra was going to 4, and we were taking 4. And we have to draw another, I don't know, maybe we can draw another chump blocker. I don't know, maybe it's worth playing that game out for the less than 1% chance. This hand seems pretty good. Yeah, it's probably worth playing it out for the 1% chance or something. That's clearly not like a scientific number. It's just a number pulled out of my hiney. I'm not a big fan of Sweltering Suns on the play. Because I would have expected them to sideboard out all of these 1-drops. But I guess if they're not going to sideboard out the 1-drops, Sweltering Sun's better. Definitely don't want you. I just wouldn't expect cards like this to be in the deck on the draw. I find it hard to believe this card's ever dealing damage to me. That he doesn't get some absurd draw. Or dealing more than, like, say, 2 damage. Like, obviously he could kill this and ping me for 1 now, but... So if I attack with here, he blocks. Could just offer him to trade. Don't actually value my Merfolk Branchwalker very much at all. It's in the deck for lands, practically. So he's got a second Pia? And he can have his own Rekindling Phoenixes. We have to draw a removal spell. You just block and Magma Spray the first one. Guess we don't ever have to allow that, but Double Phoenix is definitely good here. They block very well. And they attack very well. Somebody was trying to tell me that we'd be putting Blade Wings in our decks over Phoenix come next set. I told them I think they're very, very wrong. Just an interesting one. Okay. This way is his way to ramping a Glorybringer? Glorybringer's not great here. I could have Blossoming Defense and he just dies that exact second if I do. Like the game's just over if I had a Blossoming Defense. He might have been trying to set up a play to where he protected it for a turn 2 and then played Pia and could tick Pia up for 3. Or tick the Thopter up to 3 damage. I was putting a lot of thought into this turn. He's got Scavenging Grounds out, so we no longer block well. Feels weird to me. Alright. I'll take 1. If he's getting ready to use Scavenging Grounds, this used to be bugged on Moto. On Moto, you used to still get the Phoenix. Oh wait, never mind. You used to get the Phoenix if they killed the Elemental, right? It only counts for the first round of the night, Matt. But good trying to think outside the box. Though I guess if I went 10-0, I'd probably run it back. I've been such a high if I won that much in one night. I wouldn't be able to quit. I'd have to just keep running into the ground until I was broke. I guess I chump block here. For the simple fact that I don't really get a better chump block, I may never get another chump block. Because if he has Hazard, he just pings it for one. Also, boom. Hey Max, what's up? I guess you were already here, but I didn't know you were still here, even though you're talking right here, and I responded to you right here. I'm not very smart. I can't remember 3 minutes ago. I'm a goldfish. Oh, oh God! No! You've killed my rekindling phoenix. Opponents, put some effort into killing these phoenixes. Let's just leave it at that. You have 6 too, so. Aw. Big brain, that's what we got. Face? Could have went face, but if he just has a Chandra next turn, I'm screwed, right? I don't want to just die to a Chandra. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then double block this. Yeah, I could just die to Chandra, or sorry, if he just had Hazoret next turn, I'm just like dying to Chandra pretty much. Nice, JJ. How'd you do that? So if I tackle them both, not good for me. I guess it doesn't get better than trading Carnage Tyrant for like a million things, does it? It's also not that good. Like, I literally trade Carnage Tyrant for these. The Xbox is messed up, though. Like, it doesn't border right. Or at least mine doesn't. My PlayStation doesn't either. Alright, well, we gotta draw something good. How good will Sweltering Sun be right now? Oh yeah, Fire Stick definitely works. Well, Murph, you're playing Mono Red again, aren't you? Like, Mono Red's probably its worst match. Sure. Hello. I'm still not that good here, though? No matter what, you can still kill this? This really doesn't do anything here, does it? It just clears table, I guess. It wasn't that good of a draw. Because if he just blocks it with all 4, say I kill the biggest, he just pumps this. But trading this for his entire team is probably worth it. I think I'm willing just to trade the Carnage Tyrant for his entire team. This gives him a chance to make a bad block, too. Calliopeia doesn't work because he just pumps the Fop during response. And if he draws anything, I have nothing next turn. I think it's better to try to blow him out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just have to put that at the end. I get them all. Okay. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Well, that worked out great. Was that a bad ping? That ping just lost him this game. Or very likely lost him this game. Arrgh. Alright, so it gave him a chance to make a play mistake, like I said. Boom. It gave him a chance to make a play mistake. Oh boy, we needed it too. Alright, what do we do sideboard wise? Alright, still don't want these. They're really cool and all, but if he's going to leave all that stuff in, I have to have the Sweltering Suns. I definitely want these. They're the only thing in my deck that's good versus Hazoret. These are good versus Rekilling Phoenix. These are just my Jiminy Jam. I'm just going to cut 2 communes. I'm just going to cut 2 communes. We did it! Wait, there's a JJ imposter. There's JJ, and there is... He was just talking. I guess that's his fire stick, but... You were just talking. Why can I not find you in chat? I'm not blind. I promise I'm not blind. I promise I'm not blind. There he is. I promise I'm not blind. So that must be his new account. They have a bunch of Rekilling Phoenixes as well. This hand's really slow. I don't think I can keep it, but I'm going to. They have a bunch of these as well. That's the logic behind the struggle and survive. Just the fact that they typically have a bunch of Rekilling Phoenixes and it's the only removal spell I have that can kill a Glorybringer. 110% block if he allows it. Go ahead and put that in our graveyard. We really want red mana. I did end up liking it, but I think we've decided at this point it actually wasn't very good. Snap block. You want, oh God, wanting to be Murph. That's not something I think that people should aspire to. Murph's kind of a scumbag. That's the wrong button. He's our lovable favorite scumbag, but he's kind of a scumbag. Leaving in Everspirit Harvesters versus the 4 Braid deck always feels weird to me as well. Are you going to kill homie? Nah, you're going to kill homie. I guess you're not going to kill homie. Alright. Please be a mountain in our future. You're almost good. You're like a Twitch STD. Okay. It's not something I expected to hear today. Guess I'm going to take this one. Just so you can't block, but that could be just like the wrongest of wrongs. I think we're in bad trouble now. And he's got a Chandra. Yeah, this game's over. All because we didn't have double red. How do we beat... That was a play mistake. I should have cycled before I took damage. Nope, there's not enough dinos in it. I definitely should have cycled before I took damage. That Walking Ballista is going to be a problem now. It's going to be an actual large problem. A Hazoret's probably just game at this point. Oh, a second Effort Spear Harvester? Versus the 4 Braid Free Brontodon deck, you want to play cards like Effort Spear Harvester. Blows my mind that people think that is a good play. It's just not even reasonable that that card's good here. Guess I attack with you. He's just gonna take it. He may do a stupid block and we get the Magma Spray. He throws the Phoenix at it. I'm gonna if he gives away that, I'm gonna dance. Sure. No, no Mimic in this deck. Alright. Still currently alive. We got 2 problems and a number of cards in his hand to deal with. Yeah, Tacos, I'm a pretty big fan of this deck right now. I actually think it's very good. The attacks of this, I'm going to snap block. Think we win this game if we'd hit the red mana on 4. I could be wrong, but I feel like we would have. We might be a little bit too far behind now for it to matter. Alright, well, that is a chance. Still gonna have to find something to kill the Walking Ballista. And that's game. Well, maybe it's not game. Draw Carnage Tyrant. And then like maybe find a way to fight our way back. Okay. Well, that solves this problem. a Death Gorge Scavenger, and we're still in this game then, I guess? Feels like we still have a chance if we draw a Death Gorge. That was good. Doesn't change anything, but it was good. I guess I blocked both of these. It's fine. Murph Dog. Thank you for the follow, bub. You a scavenger? Yeah, you're a scavenger. So untap. He blinks on a turn, and we hit an untapped mountain. That's our out now. He needs to blink one turn and us hit an untapped mountain. That's not blinking a turn. That's also actually kind of blinking. We don't care about this card. We already have a scavenging ground in our graveyard. So this card doesn't do anything. Yeah, we just have to hit the untapped red source now to even have a chance. Where does Jabberwocky ban you? I didn't know Jabberwocky watched chats. Alright, one time for an untapped red source to continue playing. I didn't know he was in there. At some point, he's going to probably need to use the scavenging ground just to stop me from having chances. To stop me from having chances, he probably needs to use the scavenging ground. The unfortunate part about that is I no longer have food for the Death Gorge Scavenger. What is this? Oh, not that. Come on. We had an actual chance. That's ridiculous. That's like kind of annoying even. We actually had a chance. And now we're just dead. I'm pretty sure we win this game if we hit a red mana any time before, like, turn 10 or whenever we drew it. We fought so hard to get back into this deck, and he just drew this card and we lost. Tried so hard and we got so far. Were they saying that song in the end it didn't matter or something? And he hits a Chandra, and that's just game. We're dead on board then. Think opponent ran beyond hot. As many lands as I do? Oh well. Not that too upset. I would have rather just lost though than like struggle for 10 turns having outs for him just to like rip. We tried so hard to get back into that game. very happy with how we played that game, too. I'm out of dental floss. There's something between my teeth. That something is a finger now. Flossing in 2018. Hey, I like my teeth. My teeth lets me eat food that's bad for me. I consider that a win. Boom. Let's bash somebody. We're running really hot today, though, so can't be too upset. God, this hand's miserable, too. Let's keep it. We have a couple draw steps and a commune to Dinos to find us whatever we need. Oh, God. We just lose. No. We don't beat any deck that's got that color mana in it. Rip. Commune for Dino, you did not help. You can't hear the flossing. How can you hear the flossing? I don't have any floss. I have no idea what my opponent's playing, but I automatically don't respect it because it's Esper colors. I have no floss. There's just no reasonable excuse to play Esper approach. Like, it's super bad. The black adds absolutely nothing to your deck. But it's one of our harder matches, so we're probably just going to lose anyway. And we drew 2 cards that are exceptionally bad in the match on top of that. I have no idea what a popping sound is. I don't have dental floss, so I'm out. I was literally just complaining about being out. Are you deaf? Are you deaf, Murph? I think Murph's deaf. Are you ready to counterspell the big dog? Man, I wish. That thing just slides out. I'm so big. Oh, no. The Esper approach deck can beat the guy who doesn't play anything until turn 5. I'm so impressed. Your deck's so mighty. What is this? Is it Gear Hulk approach? Sure. Or Gear Hulk Essence Scatter? But you could have gained 2 life, homie. Why did they not try to gain 2 life? I've definitely not got... Where did I get up and go find some? I'm streaming. At what point did I stand up? You also didn't draw 25 dead cards. We beat Approach once on stream today when we didn't draw infinite dead cards. Get smashed. Walk the Dino, friend. What the hell is this? It's just a Gear Hulk. Who cares about a Gear Hulk? Why does the opponent even have approaches in his deck? Or Gear Hulks in his deck, I mean. I would rather try to save you than worry about that. The hell is this thing? Snickers? What the hell? I want a Snickers. Oh, cool. Another really bad card in this match. I'm all about really bad match or really bad cards. Uh-oh. It's on. Whew. Should I leave that on top, I guess. Is that right? Did I count right? Sweet. I can math. I can count to 12. I attack you for 4. Sweet, they took 4. If they don't have anything, I can attack for 19 next turn. Homie. Homie. Don't care if they have settle. I don't value this Heart of Kieran very much at all, so. Yeah, like I said, don't value the Heart of Kieran very much at all. They hit a third Vraska's Contempt in their top 18 cards without any search. Wow, look at her draws. How are we still in this game? How are we still in this game? How good would a Rigi be? Sure, you cycled. Ronus? Ronus is a good card. Did you hit the scatter? That's unfortunate. But we were pretty lucky to even hit the Ronus, so. They have 9 mana to our, like, 7 or something. I'm not hitting any draw twos is why we're still in the game. If they'd hit any draw twos, the game would have just been over. Alright, we finally bricked. Guess that's not true. How many lands do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, so 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We drew the exact same amount of lands. And I've gone 3 more cards deeper than them. It's not Regisaur, it's Regisaur. Get it right. Learn English, kid. I'm always going to call it Rigi because I think it sounds cooler. You don't know that. You ain't part of the Oxford Dictionary. It's a magic card. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to have. Tarek ISL. I only said that to him because he's one of my best friends in real life. How can you prove it's dumber? Cards like all magic cards just have random names. It can be anything. Me and no, I'm a nice guy. I'm just messing with Zep. Me and Zep had a nice argument earlier, though. Oh boy, did me and Zep go off on each other. Wait. Oh, you're talking about Locodope. I thought you were getting ready to say you beat me at a Friday Night Magic. My bad. But you have beat me in the past, just not last Friday. I was confused. Ignore me. I don't know what our opponent's playing. It seemed like a bunch of things that didn't do much. I guess they have sweepers. If they have sweeper, I guess they have. They have to have stuff, right? I think these cards are bad. I think. Alright, let's think about this intelligently. Galta, get the hell out of my deck. They showed me nothing to make me think that they were approach. But I feel like they have to be approach. If they're playing Scarab God to not approach, then I don't want Doronuses and the Heart of Kirans. If they're just like playing an approach deck with a couple of Gearhulks, then I do want Doronuses and the Heart of Kirans. Well, I guess I don't want the Heart of Kirans either way. Get out of my deck. Also, I guess we can shave a couple of you. Alright, we're Gucci. Do I even want Blossoming Defense? Yeah, they've got a bunch of 4-mana removal spells. I'm down. Though I typically think Blossoming Defense is terrible versus decks with sweepers. Alright, this hand's about as good as a hand can get. I don't know. I do not know that my opponent was playing Magic the Gathering. I definitely feel like he and I are playing different formats. I mean, he's playing Esper. We have to be playing different formats, right? Goodbye, Mr. Branchwalker. I do not want this. This is too early in the game. Not worried about the Lifecrafter's bestiary yet. I don't want to give up putting pressure on the board to potentially draw a card later. We'll get our value out of it at some point. But for now, we're just doing things like this. I guess I'd rather get that one. My fat ass is feisty tonight? Hey, they are Scarab God decks, so I guess we just lose then? I guess we just lose. He's a Scarab God deck. Wait, but you just used a key word there, Zet Man. You said usually, and we're playing a fantasy card game that does not have to follow the rules of your Oxford friggin' English when they make their decisions on things. So you yourself said the word usually, and on top of it being usually, we're not playing, or we're not, this isn't a scientific research paper or advanced literature. This is a fantasy card game. Fantasy card game. And they often break those rules. Often. They just break those rules all the time. I don't think we can win this game. Like, he would have to have stone nothing for multiple turns. And that's not going to happen. So we're just dead next turn. I guess this gives me my best chance. Yes, stone nothing. We still can't win. Yep, still can't win. Couldn't win if we left blockers back either. Alright, Scarab God deck. So we'll bring in you, get rid of you guys. Well, JT Donuts, that would be a fair statement, except they've not released that on hardly anything. People just call things whatever they want them to do, and something sticks. I don't know what I want here. I guess maybe I'll just keep this. I'm calling it Rigi. You can call whatever you want, Reginald. I'm not going to. This hand's really bad, by the way. I have never heard Beaumont. Is that what the card actually is called? Did I just miss the end this entire time? Where's the deck with Beaumont in them? No, there's no end. I was going to be offended had I missed the end infinite. Actually, I've heard that on coverage more than once, Zapman. More than once. And I've heard it on other streams as well. In fact, you're the first person I've ever heard it say the other way. First person ever that I've heard it said the other way for. I say Beaumont. That's just my slang. I'm definitely saying Beaumont. Or Beaumont. There's definitely no N in it. Guess I'm going to take this thing? The coverage team argues about saying Bogles or Boggles. And we're going to listen to them on how to pronounce things? They literally argue about Bogles or Boggles. I hear this is a good card in this match. It's also not good enough if he just untaps and goes Scarabrino. If he does not untap and go Scarabrino, there's a good chance it's good enough. It's Bagels. I'm in for Bagels. I'm definitely in on the Bagels. Maybe he'll counterspell this one. Maybe he doesn't have the Fumigate. No, that's our life. He's got the Fumigate. Saffron Olive does a pretty good job pronouncing things, I believe. Alright, so things could go real bad for me in the future here. No Fumigate. No Fumigate. Interesting. I believe we will keep this. There's no reason to let him kill the Carnage Tyrant here, is there? Well, I've not watched enough of his videos, I don't think. Feels like there's no reason to attack with Carney. He either has something or he doesn't. And like, we have a great hand if he does have something. I don't think I want that one, though. Ooh. That can be added to the decision tree, I guess. think I'm just attacking with this one now. He needs a settle for it. Think I'm fine with it? Just let both die. Well, I've not watched any videos on it, Rob, because I don't watch people play decks like this. But, like I said, go watch some coverage or other streamers. I think this is worth it. I don't put any value into this Death Gorge Scavenger, and I want this Vraska's Contempt out of his graveyard. I don't care if he has Settle. Down to 3 cards now. Oh, Glimmer's really good for us. Okay, that was good for us. Don't want you. So we can start with you. And what do we get? A Death Gorge Scavenger. It'll be fine for later. I think we're going to lose this game. I think we're too far behind now to win, even though our opponent missed a land drop. I don't know how we lost game 1, and I have no idea how we're going to lose, or how we... I have no idea how we won game 1, and I have no idea how we lost this game. I mean, we've drawn almost our entire deck, and we'd never hit this card until now. So I guess that helps. So he's probably going to get Rigi back here, which means I can't even really attack. Can do something like this, though. Red Green Dinos. We still have some chance. Can't beat like a counterspell? He's taking Thrashing Brontodon. He wants to kill this that bad? He probably needs to, but... Well, I only played around Settle one turn, and he didn't have it. I was afraid he'd have a disallow JJ. He's already showed us that there's disallows in his deck. I was kind of terrified of one in that spot. Wait, what did he just kill? Oh, he killed the Killing Phoenix. Sure. I could have very easily played that turn wrong. I'm not exactly sure. So, 1, 2, 3. Alright. Guess we'll look for the big dog. Yeah, I just don't think I played that turn well. Well, that was a good one. Oh. Outs. I call this chances, my friends. We'll take you. Should have took a Verascus Contempt, I think. And we'll take you. We all of a sudden have developed chances. And by chances, I mean we deal 14 damage because he disallowed Commune. How did we win this game? Why did you disallow the Commune? Just disallow what we get. Disallow what we dedicate a bunch of mana for. I guess he was that afraid of Carnage Tyrant, but I'm like pretty reasonably sure that he just can beat Carnage Tyrant, right? Because we don't have this or this in play. We just have this and this. So if like Carnage comes down by itself, he can eat a 3/3 and take 10, play a Scarab God, get a Rigi back. Or he can just like trade the Rigi, play a Scarab God, get a Rigi back. He has the biggest board. I'm not sure. Commune's top 5. Maybe he just thought my hand was like really, really bad even though we drone cards the entire game. Oh my god, it's a wild Geo sighting. Just beat a Drakehaven deck senseless to lock up to 3. Oh, congratulations, Murph. You're still in mono red, right? I don't think we deserved that game. I think that's like the 3rd game tonight I did not think we were going to win. Yeah, it's pretty much Commune for dinos. You can get lands with it or dinos. You can even get into the magical non-basic lands. And it's buttons too. Oh my god, buttons is around. Oh god, this hand's terrible. This hand is solid AF. You're just afraid. Haters. Everybody hates. Get out of here, land. I'll find another land between my draw steps and my... Oh, yep. Like I said, I'll find another land. We will miss you, Killing Phoenix. Do it. Take it. I would knock him out of it, but I'm absolutely positive he's in the friendly queues. So I can't ever get Parrot versus Murph anymore. I remember back in the day when I got Parrot versus Murph a fair amount. Don't want you. So I feel like this is a pretty good match, but our hand's not especially great for it. Just assuming he's blue-red GPG with his hand. He does not have to be. Walking Ballista. What a nice little draw. Do I offer him the Branch Walker for one of his Broheems? I'm down. See how much he values this card. Boom. Yeah. The easy. He's playing Drakehaven back in those days. Those games were never easy. They were always just battles. Is this a good draw versus our opponent's deck? Hey, it's a commune of dinos. Boom. So he can't gate next turn, so I'm not worried about it. He also can't kill my Thrashing Brontodon at instant speed unless he's made alterations to the deck. And I believe all of those alterations would actually make the deck significantly worse. So I'm not worried about any of that stuff. No creatures in his graveyard? That has to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Do we consider that a good draw? Boom. I think I'm willing to trade here with this. Because we have the Deathcore Scavenger next turn anyway. Murph's unintentionally view-botting for me. Thank you, Murph. The Braves aren't typically in their main deck, J Donuts, but if he did have that, I mean, he would have outs at that point, yeah. He also doesn't have any Celebrants or anything in his graveyard yet, so just because he could get this off the board, it might still be difficult for him to win from this spot. Because we're like monstrously ahead with a collection of monsters. That's a good one. So he has to block you here. He has to block you here, and he's going to take 9. Sorry, he has to block you here. And he's only got 1, 2, 3. So if I attack with everything, what's his best blocks? Just blocks this, blocks this. The best he can really do is block this and put 2 in front of this. He still takes lethal, right? I'm not overlooking this. He just takes lethal here, right? Yeah, I think he just takes lethal. I think I can count to 11. Alright. So you take 11 and die. My math was correct, friends. Wait, how am I off by 2? My math's correct, right? Like, that's the only block he has, and I just kill his artifact. I'm pretty sure my math was right. He had to block everything, and he's got to do it with an artifact. Oh, you're trolling me. I'm a dumb redneck, man. Sometimes this math stuff gets to me. Sometimes adding numbers hurts my head. Man, this Galto was really good that match. I think I sideboarded him out last match, didn't I? Definitely don't want these blossoming defenses. That's a pretty easy decision. I don't think I want these Ronuses either. I think we're just going to run with this in. 2 plus 2 is 4. Unless sometimes that at 6. Alright, we'll keep this hand. We have an Abrade and a Galto that we don't really want. Redneck Tragedy. Hey. Math, reading, all beyond his learning. That man ain't wrong. Unfortunately. Well, of course he left in intervention. Jeremy Dazzani doesn't sideboard that out in any of his sideboard guides. Do you expect people to have original faults, Murph? You cray. Why do you gotta keep drawing this Walking Ballista? It sometimes make my Merfolk Branchwalker really worse. Pretty sure he's supposed to snap call Hazard. No! He got us this game. Like I said, it sometimes makes it worse. Not that you're just gonna wreck the Ray. We don't like it when you wreck the Ray. I'm 174,000% blocking. Get gone, friendo. Guess I should have played this for us. He saw it, but... Boom. Well, Murph 5-0? You play 0 Hazards? Hazard seems like a card you probably want to play, friendo. I mean, I'm no mathematician. I'm no Scientologist. I feel like that's a card you kind of want to play. Well, that made my turn a lot easier. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you play 0 Phoenix. We attack you. Boom. How you like those Brontodon apples? Alright, he's got some good stuff in his graveyard now. Wow, he's actually got some really good stuff in this graveyard. Still has to find a third land, or none of that stuff matters. Could have an Abrade here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Could go for it. That turns off his Abrade. Turns off Abrade on Brontodon. Definitely don't want that. Boom. What do you got, friendo? Alright. Congratulations, Murph. Yeah, this deck's pretty good versus GPG. And Jordan, I don't remember. I opened all my pity chests. I've got a few Ragavan tokens, but they're not tradable. I think I got my first one in like 18 or something like that. The second one, like the next week. I've never opened a dinosaur token yet, though. I think I have two. Avatars, Ragavan. I have 2 Ragavans and I have 3 Dead Man's chests now, but I have no Gisha. It kind of sucks that they can stack like that and that you can't like trade them or give them to a friend or something, but oh no, Branchwalker, come back to us. You're lucky. There you go. Branch Walker Friendo. Ignore this deck. We'll go back to the deck we were looking at. Here we go. Lucky Murph. Well, I guess everybody wants Ragavan, so I don't know how Murphy or lucky that is, but I did want to complete the set. The 2-1 versus the 2-2. A fairly reasonable pairing. Oh gosh, this hand's not good. This hand's fine. Land on top. If that was a forest, I might have put it on bottom. No, not more blue-white things. Blue-white things aren't good for us. It's got a cool basic land, though. This is from Mirrodin or something originally. I forget which. Alright, blue-white Charter Course is actually a very bad match. Because they have settled the wreckages and stuff, and that is a big game changer in terms of the match. So this match is actually like just really bad for us. Yeah, I try to sell my chest, but when we just get a pity chest, we always open it for the stream. You gotta do things for the stream. Like we just 5-0'd and we didn't open any chests with the 5-0 chests. We only opened the 3-2 chests. But we stream every single day, so we get a lot of 3-2s. Unfortunately. Attack your face. Kinda want you to block. Feel mildly happy you blocked. Can't really beat any of that stuff very easy. We'll just go with this one to start. You're probably hearing my headset. I just popped my shoulder and it made all sorts of pops. No, don't kill homeboy. Unfortunate. That abrade's very fortunate. They just don't have a land here. We get to smile, I guess. No. Don't do it. Don't you GPG into that graveyard, friend. Sweet. Dodge GPG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. So they have 3 chances to hit a GPG, and we're just dead if they do, but I want to get more pressure on the board, so we're going to go 1 turn shields down. This is the last turn I'll leave the shields down this game. So basically we have to dodge a 1 in 3, or we have to dodge a redraw into like a strategic planning. Alright, we dodged the first part. Now we have to dodge a strategic planning into 3 more cards at max. Alright, don't care about that. Don't care about that at all. I keep buying the ones that Matthew Folk streams. I'm obviously not getting his. I'm just getting random ones and pretending they're his. And that's worked out pretty well. I keep hitting every time I do that. Lando, please? You're not a Lando. What's the brother got? Still no GPG. Running pretty cold. You just have one in his hand now, though. That's fine. He's still on a 2-turn clock, and we have an abrade. He's gone through 3 of his angels so far, so him even finding a blocker's not super likely. Does have the GPG in his graveyard, though. Rip. How good would a land been there? We could have pulled the GPG out. Because he's got an untapped land? Wait. Alright, let's make some decisions here. If he has an untapped land, he could have double refurbish. Or he could just have a GPG in his hand. Those are the 2 choices of things we have to play around. So what's more likely, double refurbish or a GPG in his hand? I don't know how many GPGs they play under current lists. The last time I played it, we were playing the full 4 GPGs and the full 4 fumigates, so... Or sorry, the full 4 refurbish. So this game has just been locked up with a land here. Well, very likely. I mean, you could have fumigate or something main deck, but... I'm bad at making decisions like this. I guess it takes 8 mana to have double GPG. Or double refurbish. So we'll go with that. Yeah, I'm thinking about double refurbish. It's just passing's better because if he just has a GPG to Braid's good versus it. If he has double refurbish, the scavenger was better. He had double land. He's got a second refurbished. The game's over. I don't win either way. I just lose. I have no outs now. You just roam, local dope. I have 0 outs to this. The game's just over now because we're on turn 8 or whatever, and I've not found an additional land. So I always wonder if he had the GPG in his hand. I guess the game's not 100% over. Well, yeah, it is. Because even if I double block, he can just get Walking Ballista back. It's 100% over. Makes me salty. Doesn't actually make me salty. Mildly aggravates me is the best terminology I can use. I think Magma Sprays are still fine. I think Ronuses are still bad. What do you mean, what the? What did you want me to do? Have to mulligan again? Alright, we'll keep it. I'm not willing to mulligan another card. I hate losing those games where, like, if you just draw one card over 1,000,000 turns, it's locked. Land? Hey, we got a land. I think this might be the second time today that we've hit a land on this or something. It's definitely been a very low number. He saw that one, so... Boom. Why should I stick it out? What can I do? I literally can't do anything. You know, like, eat his one angel, double block his other angel, and still just die to the board. Kinda want to play the angels here, but if he's just got GPG, the game would be over. Three Phoenix doesn't do anything versus 2 massive angels. I think it's worth looking for a land here. He had 2 massive angels in play, and he had a Walking Ballista. Or he had one massive angel and he had a walking ballista, and if I double blocked at any point, if I did any of that stuff, all he has to do is like get the walking ballista back that turn. And I have to double block the walking ballista and take like 1,000,000 more damage, and he's like got 1,000 life, 1,000 cards. Sure, I could have like stuck around and played 3 to 6 more turns somewhere in that area, but we didn't have outs to win the game. It doesn't feel like it's worth it if there's not outs to win the game. It's worth just putting something in the graveyard. It doesn't get better than this. This game doesn't look very good to me either, to be honest. I feel like we're still just dead. It's got like so many good things he can do right now. So he can kill this and shuffle it away, but that's not even that good. Probably the better thing we have. Rip. Double champion in the grave. Yep. And that. 100% over now? As long as he doesn't like brick off undeniably bad. Feels like we're almost 100% over. This game, there's actually like, I don't know, like a 15% chance or something we can win. I have no idea. I've not actually saw an Esper gift deck that's impressed me. So yeah, attack for 12 in the air next turn. So like, there's some chance that if he draws badly enough, we're good enough. Like one removal spell would probably let us win if he doesn't chump attack the angel. Excuse me. I expected that. So if he doesn't chump attack the angel, we win. With a removal spell, I mean. He's not going to chump attack, it's just better to block. Maybe I'm not supposed to even go for it then. Feels like I'm just not supposed to go for it then. Scavenger seems good. Go ahead and get that other champion. I left this one on defense to try to encourage a weird attack if he has a cast out or something. Still have this thing. Angel of Sanctions. Sure. Targeting The homie? Sure. It's a 4/5/2. So we only have one removal spell in the deck that kills that? Now our encouraging attack last turn looks foolish. This doesn't look particularly great of him. Oh, he had another spell. Oh well. Thought we'd won, but he had another spell. No outs. That's what we've got. That's not true. We can probably hit Galta and win. Grr. Yeah. Getting even worse. They put the counters on that one. Oh, I see why he put the counters on that one. He just has all the things. Alright, well, we're dead. Hey, thanks, Auburn. Appreciate it. Super, super glad to hear that. We're getting crushed right now, though. I think we played that well. We got a little unfortunate in game one, but that's like a super hard match. That's one of the matches you don't want to play versus this deck. The fact that if we ever did get ahead with like just the dinos, like the Regisaurs or Regisaur, as Robbie wants me to say, and like the Galtas and stuff, like they have sweepers. It's just too much. And they don't have to win with their GPGs. As you saw, he basically won both games without casting a GPG before turn 8. I don't think he outdrew us. Keep in mind, he's drawing more cards and stuff like that. Between his Champion of Wits and his strategic plannings and things like that, he has more card selection and he's seeing more cards. And I felt our draws were reasonable. Game 1, we missed on a land, but like our hand was exceptionally powerful. I thank you for the follow, Auburn. Like, I don't want to say he just outdrew me. Sure, I got a little unlucky not to draw that land, but like, he got kind of unlucky to be in that spot, you know? Like, he drawn 30-some cards of his deck and didn't manage to get a GPG in his graveyard, even with the Champion of Wits and stuff he was casting. So I don't think that was outdrawing us. He's duo queuing. Looking for a land here. Preferably a dual land. Like a Rootbound Crag. Hey, you just played this guy. Were you one of his... Oh, you just beat him then. Congratulations. I hate the fact that he's duo queuing. We're like an hour and 40 minutes into the stream and now we gotta wait on a person duo queuing. Our hand's very good though. Like, again, we have to draw the second red. We've already lost one game today that we never drew a second red, but our hand's very powerful. We've got the one of Magma Spray. Okay, aw. Why didn't he play Glenny Boy? We needed him to play Glint. He's like a minute into his clock versus me and he's played one spell. Just assume at this point he's on blue-black mid-range. Or Grixis mid-range, I mean. Which blue-black's supposedly a good match, but pretty light on lands. That's Grixis colors. Cool. Always like drawing double 5-drop when all I want's lands. Could just be Grixis control. Anyway, if we don't draw land, we're not going to win game 1. Like a 0 outs. 0 outs to win game 1. Yeah. It's kind of bad for me if he's ditching that. Land? No changes, Lucas. I think this deck list is pretty solid. We decided not to draw lands this league. That's about the only difference. We almost 100% have lost at least 2 games due to lands. Yeah. If he has a very weak hand and we draw a land, the Rigi Sword chain can get there. If he draws a single Scarab God or has a single Torrential Gearhulk, this is not likely to do it. Unfortunately, Auburn, I've not actually read many of the spoilers. I was very focused on just winning a PPTQ and learning this current standard format as much as I could. So, I've been kind of avoided them, but off the top of my head, I'm really interested in playing like Teferi, Silhouette, Llanowar Elf, like the mono green decks, and like Wizard tribal decks. But like I've not read all the spoilers, that's just from the few cards I have read. Oh. Fun. Fun. So fun. Opponent discarded that. Whee! I think when they added leagues to the game and took away the daily system, they should have stopped people from duo queuing. Because, like, leagues is supposed to speed up the game of Magic, so... Like, we're in a spot now where opponent's, like, absurdly far behind on the clock. When he's not made a whole lot of decisions. Land? Not a land. I mean, I'll still put you on top of my library, I don't care. Well, I'll click you twice then, see who cares. It's just, this game's over, though. We're just not winning this game. I do not believe that... I believe we are actually at 0%, and I do not think that's hyperbole. As far as we are behind in this game, and him having an Azcanta out, and him missing land drops so we know these are spells, I don't believe there is even a chain of cards that would let us win. But I do want to see as much of his deck as I possibly can to inform our sideboard decisions. Well, that's fair. I'm saying this game, not the match. But yeah, I guess his internet could go out, or he could decide he wants to go on a Tinder date or something. But the actual gameplay, I do not think we can win. But I rate this card beyond highly. I think it's the most powerful card in Standard. So, well. Bricked on the first activation, so if there was a 1%er, getting closer. Maybe he'll draw like 4 lands in a row, who knows? It's just 20 lands on the top of his deck. We got this. No, nah, I don't want spoilers. That's not fair to him. At least he didn't get an ass Kanta activation that turn. Land? Yeah. Alright. Boom. Go get him, Rigi. You can tell us after the game, though, if we don't see him. Do not run Field of Runes. This deck's pretty mana heavy. Like, you need the green mana early, and you have double red spells. So, and there's like your 3-drops are double green spells. So, like, you often want double red on turn 4 and double green on turn 3. It's just really hard to get all that mana. Oh God, he missed a second time. Oh, he just had a disallow in his hand? That's not fun. You gave us hope. You gave us hope, and then that's another spell. Our opponent gave us hope. How rude of him. Glimmer? Alright, sweet. Rigi's got a chance? Nope. He just had yet another counter. On a positive note is he's missed with that card so many times at this point that like there's a very solid chance that like all his kill conditions are in the bottom of his deck and he's gonna have to recycle the deck to get them. Like that's a real possibility now that we've ventured into. Also think he should have main phase used this and looked for a land. That way, if he found a counter, he just keeps it. If he doesn't find a counter, he gets a land and has a Azcanta activation. Eating. Oh, salmonella fear is great. What? He still has morphings? Oh my God. Does he never end with this crap? Cool. Playing a card that we know he already has the answer to in his hand with the braid. The problem is, even if they are all in the 5, even if they all are all in the bottom 5, it won't change anything. He can cycle back to them before it ever matters. If he only has 2 Scarab Gods in his deck, and say they're card 34 and 35 right now, I still think we lose this match. Now he's up to 6 cards. Looks like a Scarab God. That sucks, Murph. Very sorry to hear, bub. Oh, it's not a Scarab God, Vraska. If it counts, I don't think Vraska's good versus me. Oh, I don't even have the mana, do I? Don't even have the mana. I guess we'll attack the Vraska and let him abrade this. Counted mana wrong. Thought we had one more than we did. Can't even beat this card now. We already knew he had an abrade in his hand. We physically saw the abrade. And he's just not going to let us deal damage to this. This wins in 2 turns. Alright, so we're dead on board. So we didn't even get to see anything from his deck. Just a million interactive spells. Alright. I guess I'm going to go ahead and just casually bring this in and hope. I'm going to bring these in as well. I'm going to bring in this. In this match, I'm actually going to get rid of this Abrades because I don't actually know what he's playing. I think Hardikiran's not great here. He has no sweeper, so I don't really want Ronus either. I don't really want Galta either. Guess I would rather have a Ronus than a Galta. Don't really want either of them. I don't have enough stuff to bring in. Lucas, that's true, but we knew he had the counterspell, or we knew he had the braid in his hand. So there's just no chance that he was going to let it deal damage to the card that could win. Maybe I'm supposed to just have this one instead. Like, Galta, I feel like any game that we're actually resolving Galta, we're winning anyway. Yeah, I feel like any game that we're playing Galta, we're just winning anyway. Alright, we'll keep it. We don't have any other way to actually deal damage to a Scarab unless he's blocking. So that feels like pretty thin. That's been the story of the night already. What were you playing when you beat him? Carnage Tyrant on curve when we're 4 turns away from being able to play it on curve. Oh, vampires? Oh god, yeah, vampires are probably great. All those essence scatters and stuff are kind of bad versus vamps. Alright, Merfolk Branchwalkers, don't let us down. Bring us lands. If I'm not mistaken, they've only brought us like 2 or 3 lands the entire night, though. But they've got cards we didn't want off the top of our deck a lot. We're like 7 minutes ahead of our opponent on the clock right now. Maybe I shouldn't have conceded. Maybe I should have waited to like extra 30 seconds for you to kill me in case there was a game 3. But I don't want to win by timeout. I mean, I would take it because it's a pity chest, but I don't really want to win by it. Logo Dope, you're not going to get 4, you're going to get 1. I've already asked Aaron. Aaron said 1. That's fair, Murph, but like it's kind of boring for the stream. I like the art of this card. I don't know why. It's like probably not very good art, but I like it. The art of this card is sweet, though. I like the flavor text and everything on this dude. I had an opponent today in the Commander Challenge. Keep our opening hands. Let me play my land. Go AFK for 9.5 minutes. Come back and beat me with 30 seconds left on the clock. I was salty. I didn't even say sorry for being AFK or anything. Chicken wing with no meat. I don't think we've left any wins on the table of this league. How do you not just press F6 in this situation? You're tapped out. You can't do anything. Why do we have to waste a minute here? So we've got this draw step. Boom, there's a land. So you're saying there's a chance. He saw us get a land and then he still didn't take his action even though I've pressed F6. If we get to game 3, there's a real chance we could have timed this guy out if I took the other like 30 seconds to a minute off of him. Because like he might not have ultimated that turn, he might have played around a removal spell. So he could have played 2 more turns. We had no outs to win that game, though. I definitely think what opponent's doing right now is fairly rude, especially if the league system. Also think it makes you play worse. Like, you make more mistakes doing what he's doing. Agreed, Loco Dope. I mean, some people can do it and it doesn't take up time. Like, I doubt you would even know I was double queuing, for example. Like, I really don't think people could understand, or would. You probably wouldn't even realize I was double queuing if you were just playing against me. Like, I'm playing on stream and talking about stuff, and I'm generally shattering people in clocks. This isn't a very good example, because obviously this dude is not quick. But it's okay. It's alright. We're going to get this Chandra tonight. He's not going to have the contempt. But maybe I'm just being salty because I'm losing. Who knows? I don't know if I could do that, Murph. That's probably beyond me, Murph. Yeah, Sean has definitely saw me ahead on 3 clocks at one time while scapping him to matches. I guess this one deals more damage, so it's the one that also might make him like use a removal spell or whatever that lets us get to Chandra. So like if he ditches a card with the Search for Azcanta, which he didn't, but like we might get some value out of it in that regard. I really don't want to play this Commune of tonight, or sorry, this Chandra when he has unopened mana up. Also probably missing a point of damage right now. I should have probably played the Branch Walker and the Commune first, but I'm trying to see if he's going to play a removal spell and I can just slam to Chandra afterwards, because that's what I really want to do. So like I potentially missed a point of damage there, but I think it's alright overall that I potentially missed a point of damage. Nice, Murph. I had no idea they were going up. I apparently get one for the RPTQ. Goodbye, little Brahim. Huh. Do we take the guaranteed land and work on towards Carnage Tyrant, or do we take Rigi and assume we'll get lands? I think we just work on towards Carnage Tyrant. Because like James says, I feel like Carnage Tyrant on curve gives us a real opportunity to win the game. I have 4 signed, which I hate signed cards, but I have 4 signed original art ones. But apparently we get like some kind of foil promo or something for the RPTQ, which is sweet. Boom. Get out the way, opponent. So I'm pretty excited about this turn. I'm going to make him kill this. Oh, I guess we're not going to make him kill this Brontodon. I was wrong. He's going to kill this thing, I think, after he let us get the disallow. If you're going to kill this, you shouldn't have let us take the disallow. In my humblest of opinions. In my humblest of opinions, you shouldn't have let us get the disallow. Unless you don't have Gearhulks in your deck, maybe. Maybe there's no Gearhulks in your deck and you don't need it. What do I know? Oh, that felt great. Oh, let's play my land in case we hit the other Carney. Tick it up. We might win this game too fast. He might have enough time for a game 3. No, sir. Opponent, take your damage. I will combat your face with a walker that's on a branch. Face combat, throw your hands in the air. My Dominaria goes like 1,000 tickets by like May 20th or something. I am not going to get there. Just realized it's like 2 a.m. and Sean's still awake. I kind of don't want to play the Carnage Timer because I'm afraid my opponent's going to concede. He could have like a removal spell for this and then a Doomfall or something. But then he's got to deal with this. So like sequences that could let him win the game are like Moment of Weakness on this, untap Doomfall this, untap Vraska's Contempt this, and like then we're still playing Magic. I definitely slow rode an opponent earlier today. I didn't mean to, though. Let's see what he does with these. I just got caught up with talking with chat, and I felt so bad afterwards. Felt so bad. Just got caught up talking with chat, not paying attention. Bottom? Yeah, I'm pretty hyped too to get some new decks and some new flow in. We stream every single day at this stream, for those who don't know, like 365. You can look at the links down below to a link to my Twitter, where it shows every time we go live all the deck lists we play. Also our YouTube, where we post the majority of our streams. And in the description of the YouTube, you'll find all those links as well. But long story short, because we stream every single day, and we've been trying to play a large variety of decks, we've kind of played everything. It was definitely not a purpose slow row. I apologize to my opponent. How is it on purpose if you apologize? No clue, Loco Dope. We've not played versus him enough to know yet. Okay, game 3. Still just don't think Heart of Kirin's very good. Don't think Blossoming Defense is very good. He showed us no ways to really kill us. Was I up 14 minutes that game? I have no idea. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to explain to the chat that like it was kind of like some cool plays. I mean, we drew to Galta and we just won, but like we had a really cool sequence that I wanted chat to know that we had, you know, access to prior to that. I don't think I want to change anything. I still really just don't want this heart, but I don't really want a braid either. He's just not showed me anything that the braids are good versus. But I really, really just don't want the heart. Fine, I'll bring in a braid. Maybe it'll stop him from killing me if a Gear Hulk. I wish I could too, Murph. I do okay selling cards, but... Alright, this hand's very good. No, we keep. So I assume his gameplay is going to speed up immensely now. Like, there's just going to be nothing slow about his gameplay here. He had turn 2 Search for Azcanta all 3 games. That's insane. Wish I had that kind of luck. I guess I'll keep you. We have 1,000,000 creatures, so... Or we have 1,000,000 lands, so I don't need to look for a land. Just want to get creatures and put stuff on the battlefield every friggin' turn. Actually, just going to play this here, too. Oh, wow, he didn't have an Essence Scatter. I missed an opportunity. Missed an opportunity, friendos. Keep you too. It sucks to miss that opportunity. Because he's not F6ing this turn, so he's got something this turn. He's definitely got a counter. He F6 last turn, he didn't F6 this turn, so he's got a counterspell and or a glimmer. Okay, so it was a glimmer. Get that out of here. A really good hand here. That's weird. Why did you let me get the Scry Trigger? Homie. Homie, I'm on your side, but why? Feels like he F6 too. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he's just going to counterspell Rigi, and I don't really care because he's still taking 7 damage. Went for the jugular there. He's a good play next turn. That's for sure. Ooh. That's probably good. He let us untap, and we have a blossoming defense, and he's at 7. And that's game, folks. Unless we miss our attack step. Well, the game lagged, so I think he conceded. Oh, no. Boom. Alright. GG, we got it. And we get to open one chest. One little pity chest. What will we acquire? The 03 double Q chest. One time, I always cover it with my hand and then slow roll it back so you guys get to see if I hit anything before I do. Let's see, a gift of Poopadas, a thingy, and some kind of planeswalker. Tezzeret. I have no idea if Tezzeret's worth money on Moto. E-Price, Tezzeret. Agent of Bolus, I think? It's Agent of Bolus, right? Alright. It's worth 8 tickets on Moto. Nice. So that was a useful pity chest. Go ahead and immediately throw that pity chest, or go ahead and throw that Agent of Bolus into the pile of other things we've got from pity chests recently that we don't care about. The pile of other crap we don't care about from recent pity chests. We get a lot of pity chests. Hey, he got to finish the game in time. Don't hate. Hey, Electric Crayon. How are you doing? Yes, it took me that long to figure out if that was the word crayon or not. I have 44 people watching, but unfortunately it's 2:13 a.m. and I think I'm going to log off. I think this deck's still really well positioned. We went 8-2 on tonight. Our 2 losses were the 2 matches that are both pretty bad, and we were competitive in at least one game in both of them. One of them we missed on drawing a double red source for like 5,000 turns, and I think that's what killed us. And then the other one we just missed on land 5 for like 3 turns, and I'm pretty sure that if we get land 5 in any of those turns, that the game's just locked, that they have no outs. So let's see if there's anybody to host. Thundermo's playing. Michael Jacob is not streaming anymore, and it makes me sad. Mr. Jacob, I miss you. Is there anybody playing Standard for us to host? Somebody's got to be playing Standard, right? Just nobody playing Standard. No, nobody playing Standard. Magic Chan. Nope, that's not Standard. There's Hollow One. Hollow One's kind of cool. No wonder I have 44 people watching. Ah, here we go. Here's somebody playing Sultai Snake. Let's host this dude. It says last minute PPTQ help. Let's go host this dude. I've never watched him before, so I apologize if it's not a particularly good stream, but I always try to stream a Standard player. Anyway, I highly appreciate you guys coming out tonight, and not to sound repetitive, but keep in mind, I do stream every single day. I'm trying to do 365 days in a row. We're somewhere in the like 290 range right now. We try to play a pretty large variety of decks. Unfortunately, I do not have a schedule at the moment. I have to stream at random times, but you can look below the stream to links to both my Twitter, where you can see every time I go live, all the deck lists we play, and our YouTube, where you can also see our past broadcasts, and all the links are also in the description of the YouTube. Duretti, I'm going to do my best to stream that day as well. I just don't know how it's going to work. Mattias, Mono Red is a pretty tough match for this deck, but that's why we have the 5 1-drop removal spells in the sideboard to try to improve it a little bit. And like Brontodons are pretty reasonable blockers, but we could potentially need a 4th Brontodon, but we just have no true answer to Hazoret. So it feels like a less run to play and get to jump on them that they always just like beat us in longer games. But anyway, oh god, no, I clicked something that I didn't mean to. But yeah, so that's one of the rough matches. That, blue-white GPG, and then like the Drakehaven / mono-white approach / blue-white approach. Basically the white decks with a bunch of sweepers. Those are your 3 hardest matches. I've been playing this deck a lot lately because I think it's good versus Grixis. I think it's medium versus Grixis, good versus blue-black control, great versus blue-red GPG, and I think it's a little favored versus like Sultai Snakes and stuff. So I think it hits a good portion of the meta, but unfortunately, it's not great versus the red decks. Right? I have been sideboarding it in, and sometimes we win with it, like we won a game with it earlier today, but when you're sideboarding in your 6-drop to try to just stop 5 damage from their 4-drop, you already know you're in a bad spot. But yeah, I typically side out things like Gulta, which may be wrong, maybe I have to have Gulta to win, but I just try to go smaller with all the removal and Carnage as my top end. I could be sideboarding it poorly, I'm not exactly sure, but I take out like Ronuses and Galtas and some Hearts and a Commune, and I bring in these 5 Brontodon and the two Carnages. If they're playing the builds that have 4 Phoenixes, I also bring in Struggle and just cut a few like Blossoming Defenses or whatever. But not if it's like mono red, I often don't do that. It's the red-black deck like Jerry T made so popular. People innovating on that list, and you'll sometimes see a whole lot of those things, whole lot of those Phoenixes. But anyway, as I said, I've rambled on long enough tonight, and I'll see everybody later. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you for all the new follows. Today has been a pretty good day. We got a 5-0, and then we ran it back and got a pity chest. You do not hear MTG Arena in the background. You shouldn't hear anything in the background. I guess I have something misclicked. Oh, yes, you do hear MTG Arena. Crap. I apparently had somebody's video open. I have no idea whose video it was, and I apologize if they said anything offensive. I did not even mean to click it. I must have clicked it when I was looking for this dude to host. So you're right, Duretti. I apologize. But anyway, take care, everybody.